to another Tranquil Thursday. I am so excited to have you here, and I'm so excited for another crafting day. This week was not too bad. I've started the 5 minute journal, and I got a really cute one, and I feel like it's been really making a difference for me mentally. Still have days that are ups and downs with like overwhelm and anxiety and all that jazz. But overall, I think things are on the up and up. So, something around reflecting on your day and doing a little bit of gratitude practice can really go a long way. So, I am really enjoying that practice so far. And I am just going to do some quick setup in the background as we're getting ready to go here. Part of that 5 minute journal that I've been doing lately, I had a day on, I think it was on Sunday or Monday. I had the Monday off, or I took the Monday off, I should say. And I went to the cutest store in Boston, Boston General Store, if you're around the area and you love stationery and just like oldish things that are like, it's like the old stuff, but like really good quality, like soaps and like vintage, like old school looking things. Oh my gosh, when I say it was absolutely incredible there. I had a blast and I got a bunch of stationery stuff. I can show you one of them, or two of them actually. So one of them is this, what is this called? The Midori notebook. I got a pink one, and this is the inside. I got the line one, or sorry, the grid one. Usually I get like line versions, but I kind of want to do little sketches on it, and my fiance has been saying that having like a grid that you can follow is really good for beginners, so I'm gonna test it out. I really like this like pocket size, and I could literally throw it in my pocket and go around with it. But also, they have, I didn't know this, they had these things called blanks, and you can literally just find old vintage books that are not being used anymore, and they have like different covers and everything, and they took out the inside of the book and they turned it into a journal, so it looks like a book, but it is actually a journal. And I absolutely love that. They had so many, and apparently they're getting like 500 more in the next week or something. So I'm gonna go back and look, just look at the other ones and see what happens. I really like this one because this one says Viajes con mi tía, and I was really close to my aunt, who passed about 2 years ago, and she loves traveling. She always told me to like keep a journal when I do things so I could like reminisce and reflect on it. So it felt like a sign, and I had to get it. So I am so happy about this one. But yeah, so we're going to keep going on our Sashiko practice tonight. We started on our last stream and made pretty good progress. We finished one of the sections, and today we're going to keep going. But I want to show you the progress that I've made since our last stream, because I got crazy hooked on it, pun intended, since the last time we did this. And I went ahead and started the other sleeve. So this is the other sleeve and the second pattern that we're doing. And this is the one that we did on our stream together. And these are the ones that I've done so far. And I am absolutely obsessed with this. Like, are you kidding me? It's so cute. It's so cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As long as he likes it. But yeah, so I'm going to keep going around and just keep working on it. And hopefully it turns out to be super cute. This will be his sleeve when it's all done. Okay, cool. So let's jump in and do some crafting. All right. So here we are. And here's the progress that we've made so far. I'm very, very excited about this. Let's keep going on our next one. So we are alternating between these two patterns. So this is this pattern. No, sorry. This is this pattern and this one's this pattern. So we're alternating between these two patterns. So for this next one, we're going to do this little cute one, which don't tell the other pattern, but this one I think is my favorite one. So we will do like right here. And I do want to measure it to make sure that it's around just about the right amount of spacing between. So I'm going to grab my measuring tape and do that. Okay, so I just measure between. Kind of rough. I'm not being a super perfectionist with it, which is definitely something I'm working on. Give it a little bit more space. Okay, so we're gonna stick it right here. The other thing I noticed is some of them I got a little bit excited about and I left too much space in between. So I'm gonna cut the top. The beauty of having a crafting wall right behind me is I could just go grab something. I'm just cutting the top layer off. I'm going to re-measure it so that it's similar-ish to this one. Okay, so I need to go all the way down here, actually. Okay, cool. We can do that. Even though I feel like I cut this in the right amount, you always have to double check. Okay, great. So now let's just cross-check this. And we're gonna be here. Perfect. Actually, I moved it just a bit. There we go. So this is our pattern. And now we can start working on it. The exciting part. I love seeing these come together. And I got this little thing that I could just stick my needle in because I always lose my needle, and it's a very scary moment when you're on the couch and you don't know where the needle is. So I'm glad I have this. Let me know how sound is on the line, just to make sure that you can hear okay. and the tricky part, actually threading this. There we go. So I went back earlier for a doctor's appointment to the area that I used to live in around Boston. And it's funny because even in like a year and a half that I've moved, it's changed so much. And it's funny to see how things evolve like that. So in terms of route, I think I'll do something like this all around. I end up down here, and then I'll do, I guess, a zigzag. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Well, let's go, friends. But it's funny because there were some things that I thought happened. Like, I thought there was some market that they were talking about it like closing for a while, so I thought it was going to be closed. It was not closed. So it's funny to see how things evolve after a while. I guess they changed their minds on closing the market, which is pretty funny. I really wonder what happened there. But yes, this is definitely my favorite pattern to both do and see afterwards. So I'm stoked that we get to do a new one together on this stream. So you can see how both of them are done. This one, I think I did not do as good of a job of recreating on my computer. So I kind of have to adjust a little bit more on this one for when I'm doing the Sashiko. But we get used to it. And something that I've started doing too is just leaving a little bit of space in the back so that when I'm pulling on it, there's still a little bit of give, because I need to pull it to make sure that it's flat. But at the same time, I found that the tension on my first one was super tight. So I've been trying to kind of balance the tension between stitches. It's a little bit of a work in progress, but leaving the back, the thread in the back, giving it a little bit of wiggle room so that when you pull, there's still some slack back there, has been a very helpful trick for me. The other trick is when you're done with a row, you can leave just a bit of time for yourself to pull on that row and just make sure that it's looser before you start on the next row. And that helps with the tension between the different rows. All the tips that I've been learning over the past 2 weeks of doing Sashiko. See? So now you can pull on it, and there we go. It lays flat, and it's not too tight. Because if it's too tight, then you have this pulling of the material, and you definitely do not want that. Or maybe you do. It's your creative practice. Do whatever makes your little heart happy. I very much admire the people who do this all the time, though, because it's definitely a labor of love. I've also found that leaving some slack between the rows has been helpful as well. Funny because I was thinking kind of randomly today at my doctor. He is such a good doctor. So he walked in and he was kind of like, hey, how's it going? Like your regular questions, like, how was your summer? And I don't know why. I just really did not have a good answer for that. Like how is my summer? My summer is just summer. I mean, I'm glad that it's nice out, but it's been hot. And I wish I had a good way to describe, like, how are things going? I don't think I'm very good at this, like, small talk type of stuff, to be fair. So it was, I don't know, I've just been reflecting on it. Like, how do people respond to things like that? Like, oh, I did this. Like, do you kind of redirect the conversation on like the best parts of your summer? I don't know. How do you answer the how are you question, but without just being like your standard, I'm good, how are you? Or like, how's your summer going? With just, I don't know, good, hot. How's yours? Like, how do you have these more interesting, maybe even more meaningful, deeper conversations when we're just doing small talk? It's also funny to go back to places that you used to be and just feel like a different person. It's funny to see how much you can change in a 2-year period. And kind of similar note for that, I did a 2 reflection shorts where I kind of just showed the things that I created or did over the past 6 months since the beginning of the year. And it's so funny to me that I was shocked at how much I did. I could not believe all of the things I'd created just by doing a little bit at a time. So I think about that quote that says you overestimate how much you can do in a day and underestimate how much you can do in a year. And it's truly like that. If you just chip away at it just a little bit every single day, kind of like this, I'm chipping away at one stitch at a time, and I end up with something absolutely beautiful at the end. You end up making a lot more progress than even you're noticing. I was definitely shocked to see all the things that I made in 6 months, but I did. I just wasn't really tracking by the months. I was tracking by the day with my long to-do list. Give yourself less to do in a day and think about more ways to make sure that it's sustainable so that you can do more in a year. To find the right angle so that you can always see what I'm doing. also trying to find more ways to reward myself throughout the days and weeks. And I think the first reward that I go to when I do something is food, like a sweet treat, which I love a good sweet treat. But I would love to also have different ways of giving myself a reward or a break. So I would love to hear what works for you all. What do you do when you did something that you're really proud of and you want to make yourself happy or reward yourself for the effort and the time that you put in? I think about things like potentially going for a walk or making some tea, lighting a nice candle. My therapist kind of thinks about it as how do you make all of your senses happy? But I would absolutely love to hear, what do you all do? What works for you? Also thinking about things like taking in a nice warm bath or listening to some fun music. Again, like small ways that I can reward myself throughout the day that don't have to be crazy or, yeah, a sweet treat. I also like a good variety in the things that I reward myself with, so more variety, the better. Part of the reason why I love making videos is it helps you see things in a different way. Like, it helps me notice things more. It helps me notice the thread going through the clothing. It helps me pay attention to the sound of it and all of those little things that we tend to forget when we're moving so quickly throughout the day. I guess videos not only help me connect with other people, but also help me pay attention to everyday life more. So yeah, I love this. Oh no. We have the first of our knots, but that one was an easy one to fix. I'm curious when I get better at this, if I'll be able to look back on this and think, yeah, I was definitely a beginner when I made this. Probably, because even now when I look at the stitches, they're absolutely beautiful, but there are, of course, some mistakes. And that's part of the process, too. The good thing about Sashiko is I don't think you can tell the mistakes as much on the front as you can on the back. And no one will be looking at the back, which is great. You do a lot of turning with this, just to make sure you have the right or the comfortable angle for each of the rows and columns. I think for next year, something I would really love to do is trying more experiments. Meaning, like, how much can I learn of something in, like, say 30 days? How much can I learn from this specific book or this specific video, etc., etc. So I want to try doing more experiments with my creativity and learning, just to see what works better for me. And how much I can do, too, in a year. I've been trying to more follow my bliss, too, these days. Whatever makes me excited, tickles my brain, or just can keep my excitement up is the thing that I'm doing. So that's how I ended up in the Boston General Store doing grabbing stationery, for example. So it's been a fun process. exploring what makes me happy. I feel like we don't do that as much as we should. Try to find ways that our, I don't know, our creative juices can be flowing more, or we can just be more present and enjoying life. So I will definitely try to be doing that more. Not only for as an experiment, but also just in general. I've been seeing a lot of things around adding more whimsy to your life too. And whimsiness makes me so, so happy. And that's something I am exploring on a day-to-day basis. So if you have any ideas for me, keep me posted. I've also been thinking about creative stores and the energy in there. Every time I step into a Blick or a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby, really anywhere with a lot of creative materials around me, I feel like I am on top of the world. It doesn't even matter if I buy anything or not, but just that energy of being surrounded by so much color and materials just gets me so excited. And I wish I could capture that feeling on a day-to-day basis somehow. That's partially what I was trying to do with the craft wall behind me. Having all of my hobbies next to me that I could see. Just to spark some curiosity and excitement on a day-to-day basis. When I showed my future mother-in-law my wall behind me after we built it, she said it reminded her of a craft store, and I think that's probably the best compliment anyone could have given me about this, because that feeling in a craft store is just unmatched. So amazing. Funny because at this point you can kind of actually count how many hours it took me or it will take me for the sleeve. So each of these is basically about 2 hours. So we already have 6 hours basically right here. But it is so worth it because I am just obsessed with the way this looks. I think I have I think I have enough just to finish this one last row. So let's do that. Should tell you about the one time that I didn't hold the back of the sleeve and I ended up almost stitching the back and the front of it all together, which was an adventure to undo. But thankfully we made it. This one has a little bit of free handing because I don't fully have the pattern on here. So let's hope this part comes out okay. Pretty close-ish. There are some that are smaller, but no biggie. Okay, so let's do some back stitching so we can close this up. Actually have enough thread that I think I'm just going to do a knot to close this. Make my life a little bit easier, and it's going to be more secure anyway, so works out. There we go. I'll leave some space. And I can do some pulling. Make sure we're flat. There we go. So we have this column and this row done. So now I think we can do some of the diagonal here. And we already have this one done. So when we get here, actually maybe we start here on top. Let's see, zigzag like this. Then when we get down here, we can go back and do the other one. So that'll be our path. So let's get some more thread and keep going. And I actually think that after those 2 zigzags, we are done with this section, which is pretty amazing actually. I want to pull enough thread that we can do it in one go. But not too much thread so that it doesn't completely tangle as we're doing it. There we go. Whoops. Our needle fell. There we go. I'll leave the needle out for now. Perfect. So we are going to start up here, go around, let's see, down here, down. Great. I feel like the diagonals are even easier than the rows and columns, at least for me. So this is going to be the fun section. Leave some slack. Go. First prick of the night. We did really well, actually. We're an hour in and only pricked ourselves once. Then we go around on the other side. This is why I like leaving slack in between so that when I pull, it doesn't tighten too much. There we go. Now I can look at the stitches that I've done before and kind of mirror some of that, so that they're similar. Check. Still on. Okay, great. Camille, hi. Thank you. I joked earlier that you can see how much time I spent on the shirt by how many of these sections are done, because each section basically takes 2 hours, which is pretty crazy actually. So this is where we are so far. It's not the new Aura ring. It's, my gosh, I've had this for about 1.5 years now. Do you have the new one? Do you like it? I've seen ads for it, but I haven't gotten it. It is so relaxing. I'll put music or show in the background and just get lost in it. I spent a whole 2 days straight just doing this over the July 4th holiday. How are your stationery hauls going? I was so inspired by your stationery crawls that I went to probably my favorite place in Massachusetts or in Boston called Boston General, and they have so much stationery, a lot of vintage items like old soaps or perfumes and just everything. And for the first time ever, I got a Midori pocket notebook, which I am so excited to use. It looks like this, and I got a pink cover for it. I haven't started using it yet, but definitely plan to. And my fiance gave me the Tom Studio pens way back in the day. He gave me this pen. It's engraved Mimi, which is what he calls me. So I want to use this pen with the little mini notebook from Midori, which I'm stoked about. And apparently there are things called blanks, and they're old vintage books that people aren't using anymore, so they took out the insides of them and turned them into journals. So this is called Viajes con mi tía. I was very close to my aunt who passed, so I'm going to be using that journal for some of my just everyday thoughts. So yeah, I'm stoked about those. And thank you. It's not even talent, really. It's more I try to practice a lot of patience with it, and I spend a lot of time on it, and somehow it works out. Oh my gosh, yay! Stationery hauls are done. We come visit in Chicago at the end of the month. I definitely want to check out some of those stationery spots that you went to because they looked absolutely adorable, and I'm obsessed with stationery. Ooh, that's amazing! Oh my gosh, that's so sweet that they reached out. Oh, I can't wait to see the giveaway. I'll definitely check it out. I'm so excited for that. You did a really good job picking out some amazing pieces, so whoever gets that will be a very, very lucky. The exciting part of my week, probably the highlight of my week actually, is I got inspired by a TikTok that I saw about just taking chances and putting yourself out there, getting rejected, trying again, etc. So I actually personally reached out to Real Life and just asked them if they'd be interested in collaborating because I love their miniatures, and I did some lives of their build, their Sakura Densya build way back in the day. And they actually responded, which blew my mind. I was expecting to completely get ignored, to be fair. And not only that, but they're going to be sending me the cutest kit ever. It's not even released, and I'll be doing streams where I build it and show it to you. It's a greenhouse with tons of greenery and this little cat just stretching in the front. Oh, I am so excited. I cannot wait. they haven't shipped it yet, but I really hope that happens soon. It's going to be released at the end of the month, so I want to start building it mid-month so that you can kind of have like an outline of how to build it. So yeah, I am so stoked. I cannot believe they responded. I feel so incredibly lucky and so happy about it. So yeah, definitely got inspired by TikTok and everything that other people are doing. I feel like just the fact that we're all kind of doing things that make our hearts happy and chasing our creativity it makes me really happy to see stuff like that. So I'm stoked about it. Yeah, I think people are on TikTok and here too are just they're so amazing. There's some really, really good people out there. And yeah, I'm very happy about it. I feel very thankful. A lot of good things are happening out there. And I'm glad to be experiencing and being part of it, hopefully, for someone. But Camille, when you come to Boston, we need to go to Boston General because you will love that store and all the stationery in there. Go. Another diagonal done. Yes, please come. Boston is so wonderful. Oh, geez, Louise. Sorry, I jumped because Vault accidentally dropped something and it made a loud noise. But yes, Boston is very homey. It's a city, but it feels also just very comfy and cozy, which I love. I love all the brick around. I love all of the different little stores, boutiques that you can pop into. It's very homey. Definitely easier to pull. Weirdly enough, it's easier to pull the fabric through the thread than the other way around. So those Sashiko videos that teach you to pull fabric through thread instead of the other way around, they're definitely right. They are definitely right. Thanks. Wedding planning is going great. We actually found a photographer yesterday, and I think a videographer as well, potentially. And I'm going wedding dress shopping for the first time tomorrow. So, maybe not shopping. Fitting is more the right term. I'm just going to try on for the first time, see what I like on me, see what I could potentially wear to the wedding. So, yeah, exciting things happening. I have one of my bridesmaids in town from France, and she convinced me to stop procrastinating on wedding dress shopping and just go check it out. So, yeah, wish me luck. How is the move going? I know you two recently moved to a new place. I do have a vision in mind for the dress. I know what I want, but I've never actually tried it on, so I don't even know if it looks good on me. I know the pictures and what I've seen look good on other people, but we'll have to see if I like it on me as well. TBD there. Eeh. But instead of a champagne toast, the Vault wants to do a tequila shot for all of our guests. So we have actually been trying different tequilas. Oof. I am not a heavy drinker. I'm not really a drinker much at all. Especially not tequila. But actually, this one is very smooth. It smells like rubbing alcohol, but it tastes mostly smooth. I don't feel like my throat is being, what is it called? Cleaned by the alcohol or disinfected by the alcohol. So, that one might be a winner where people can actually drink it and it'd be pretty smooth. Yeah, I definitely think a lot of people will need chasers, me included. I will need a lime or something to help it go down. Oh, wedding shoes. Yes, that's a good point. Oh, I will need to do all of that. I love seeing the pictures of you two's wedding. That was so beautiful. Oh, it was so cute. I think wedding planning is both super exciting to me and very scary because there's so many decisions to make and so many things that are basically going to last forever. Like those pictures with that dress, forever. So I really feel like I need to love the dress that I end up with. Of course, any bride would need to. But when I stop thinking about all the things I need to do, I am very excited for the day itself. Just leading up to it, I am so thankful for planners. So thankful, because I could not do this by myself. Especially since it's a destination wedding and we don't speak the language. So, yeah, I am learning Spanish now. But I will not have learned it in the next 10 months. Okay, so we are done with this diagonal. So now we're going to be starting our last diagonal. Feel bonita. Literally, that's how I read it. Oh yes, that's the plan. That's the plan. This is where we are so far. This is definitely my favorite of all of the patterns. I will do a dunk in reveal for us towards the end, so we see what our work tonight has led to. Oop. Always starting a new column is pretty tricky for me. There we go. Speaking of journaling, I was talking about the 5-minute journal earlier, and I think it's from there where they said fear and faith are both choosing to believe in something you can't see. So I have been very much trying to be more optimistic about the future and have more faith and hope that everything is just going to work out. So I think that's been helping for some of the planning and the more stressful day-to-day things. It looks like this one is kind of small, so I'm going to redo this and come back around. Nice. It's fun because as you do these, you find more ways to even fix some of the mistakes that you may have made, which is cool. It feels like my brain is getting a little massage from all of the things I'm thinking about as I'm doing this. I really, really love this. So if you like embroidery is more, it's more decorative. It has more intricacies. This one is a little bit more like straight lines and very geographic shapes, but it looks so beautiful at the end, and you can do a lot of mending with this too. So I'm really liking Sashiko. Oh yeah, the drama of the weddings. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, yes. There is always something. But it comes with the territory. It's... Everyone who's done it has told me it is completely worth it to go through all the planning and the drama and the headache, so yeah, that's what I'm holding on to. At least we have a very, very pretty wedding venue. And I'm even more excited for the real life greenery or greenhouse build, because our venue kind of looks like a greenhouse. It's a museum and it's in the middle of the city and just full of greenery in there. And I love plants and I love greenery, and just, it made me so happy to walk in there. It's kind of like a little maze as you first walk in through all the greenery, which is cute. I got too excited and knotted my thread, but we're good now. But I believe you and Peter are also doing a formal wedding as well. Is it next year, the year after? Something else I'm very excited about for this channel is, I think this weekend, I promise I will get this next video out, and it's about crocheting a baby blanket for my friend's baby boy, who is absolutely the cutest, sweetest little baby ever. He is so smiley. He is always happy. And actually, I did a stream, a live, where we crocheted a girl blanket. This one's a boy blanket. And I really like the way it turned out because it kind of looked like waves, which I really like. So I'm excited to share that experience with you all too. Definitely still up in the air, yeah. I mean, you just got a place, so there's a lot to think about for you too. I know that. Oh yes, I am completely okay going to Chicago. It is absolutely beautiful there. The food's amazing. I love this deep dish pizza. Even though, oh my gosh, what is it? That one drink that, is it Fernet? Is Fernet from Chicago? I can't remember. But yeah, that I don't enjoy, but everything else in Chicago I do. I absolutely love this pattern. It's a running joke that Fernet can just be your punishment. But yes, your husband made me try it, and I've never hated him more than that moment where I tried Fernet. Have you gotten used to hearing that you're a wife yet? It's so funny how much our lives are changing over the next few years. I feel like my life has even changed a lot over this past year or two, because that's where I really started embracing more of my creativity, which is absolutely life-changing. It's just, oh, so rewarding. Indeed he is. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. The last name change, yes. And all the paperwork associated to it. And I guess even your work email is now changed. Oh boy, that's so cool. Yeah, that'll be a big moment for sure. Ugh. So cool. So now when I send the formal invite and RSVP in November or December for our wedding, I'll have to call you both the ones. Hee. Oh, so cool. Oh, if you were a new joiner, that's so funny. I am thinking of doing the same. Oh boy, I am not looking forward to the paperwork, however, so I guess I will cross that bridge when I get there, but I think it's special to have the same last name as your husband. I think it's special to keep your own name, but um I don't know. I'm not as tied to my parents anymore, so it doesn't make as much sense for me. And I want to have the same name as my husband and my child or children in the future. So yeah, that'll be fun. Minus the paperwork. We have 5 more diagonals and we'll be done with this one. I'll go get a bowl of water after this and I can dissolve the paper so that you can see what this one looks like. A team name. Yes, you are a team. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. My gosh, I remember when you two started dating and now you're married. Oh, this is so cute. I love love. This just, oh, my heart. Also, has anyone noticed how many rom-coms are coming out lately? I am so here for this trend that we're kind of like back in the early 2000s with all the rom-coms. Like, I recently watched Voicemails for Isabel, or sorry, Voicemails from Isabel. I am so obsessed, and my little sister and I are super, super, super close. And oh gosh, I cried so much. I cried so much. Just, oh, if you haven't seen it, you definitely need to see it. Yes, it was so cute. It was so, so cute. Aw, right? Ugh, crazy, crazy. The heartbreak of losing your sister, I cannot even. Cannot. Is your sister older or younger? Mine is 10 years younger than me, so she feels a little bit like my sister, my daughter, all of the above. Oh yeah, they're sisters. Oh yes. You do give me older sister vibes, so I could have guessed that one. Oh, what do we have here? Oh no, it's there. Okay, cool. I thought I missed one of the stitches. I did not. Oh my gosh, such a good one. 27 dresses. Ugh, I can't, it's so good. Oh yes, that's true. It is. We have so many that we could watch, like Bridesmaids. What is it? Oh my gosh, there's so many. I can picture the movie movie CD pictures in my head, but I can't remember the names. That's so funny. There's one where like there's like a matchmaker. Is it called the Matchmakers? Probably. So many good ones. I'm gonna start doing that too. I rewatched The Devil Wears Prada 1 before watching the second one in the movie theaters. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. There are some references in older movies like that that you're like, ugh, yeah, no, this would not be accepted nowadays. Like, how did we just call that a day? You see that a lot in America's Next Top Model. If you rewatch that, crazy. But they are so heartwarming. I don't know what it is about it. Like, I want to rewatch like Sleepless in Seattle too. Just so many good ones. Oh, the wedding planner. That's so cute. Princess Bride was a good one too. Yeah, there's so many wedding ones. It's so funny. Is there one called Wedding Crashers? That's like ringing a bell for like I think that's a more of a comedy than anything else. Oh, so good. Just nostalgia. So much nostalgia. I was wondering why Pokemon cards are trading so high lately. That the market for some of these cards are insane. And yeah, a lot of that has to do with nostalgia too. And people are now doing like mixed CDs again. It's we're reliving our childhood right here. It's crazy. Yeah. Almost done, friends. I'm also very excited that tomorrow is Friday. I have no big plans for this weekend, which is amazing. I do want to go to a coffee shop at some point. I do want to go back to the stationery store. So there are some light plans. But I am stoked. And there's a bookstore also that I want to check out. And my library has cleared so many of my books. Not the Witch Hat Atelier one that I'm looking for yet, but a lot of the drawing books that I've been looking into has been cleared, so I need to get to work. Not even like big drawing, like more like sketching, like outside sketching, outdoor sketching, sketching adventures, those types of things. So yeah, I'm stoked about that. It's definitely helpful to have nails as you're doing this. There you go. Stretch it out. Give it some breathing room. There we go. Our next section. Oh, yes. I love a good cozy weekend. Cozy weekends give me life. Okay. I am going to be right back. I'm going to grab a big bowl of warm water so I can dissolve this so that we can see what it looks like together. Okay, let me go grab that. I would describe this water as more lukewarm than warm, but last time it still worked. So let's see. This is it. Going to dunk it in and rub it away. This is probably the most satisfying part of doing this, is just seeing what it looks like afterwards. Yeah, this is a very satisfying process. So let me remove all the water and I can show it to you again. There we go. This is what we worked on for tonight. And these are the other ones. I'm stoked about this. I like the alternating patterns a lot. Thank you, Camille. That means so much. Yeah, it's definitely a labor of love, so I'm happy that it's turning out to be cute. Yeah, so this is going to be, I guess, kind of like the back of his sleeve, since it's more than the halfway point. So this is the front of the sleeve, and this is the back so far. Alrighty, so that is our crafting evening. Thank you so much for joining. I love that you got to spend some creative time out of your week, and thank you so much for spending it with me. I hope you are doing your own creative things in the background. I hope that this inspires you to pick up something new and just explore your creativity, explore anything that makes you happy. So thanks again. I will be back online to play video games on Monday. We're playing Strange Horticulture, where we're going through, it's kind of like this witchy plant, or she's an herbalist, and she is helping resolve mystery of the town too. So you're doing a lot of puzzles as you go. So if you like puzzles, if you like plants, definitely would enjoy that stream on Mondays. And I'll be back next Thursday, either continuing on for our Sashiko, or I will be switching over and doing some of the real life build if we get it by then. So enjoy your evening or day whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.